Hello and welcome back to RADBMX Builds. On this episode, we're building a brand new Craig Turner 29-inch Z-frame. Right here behind me, just got it back from my powder coater in red. I bought all GT parts in black. We're gonna build a 29-inch race bike, if that makes sense. I hope you enjoy this build, so let's get busy. All right, I want to show you the parts on this bike. This bike I'm really excited to build. I haven't been this excited about a bike in a long time. At the Frogtown Classic, I met Craig Turner and he had a bike there on display. I've been seeing these bikes on his website and I've wanted one for quite some time. However, the one he had there was a 29. I don't typically build 29-inch bikes, but I had to have it, so I bought it. And then my mind started going. I started getting ideas on how I wanted it to look. And then I was like, hey, I'm gonna do something a lot of people don't do typically. Being at this race event, I thought I'm gonna build a 29er, but a race bike. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but they were racing downhill on 29-inch bikes that day, and that was the inspiration behind this build. So I went crazy. I got home and I started buying parts left and right. I brought my bike over to my powder coater, dropped off the frame and fork, and just got it back today. The wheels took me some time to figure out, and Foo over at Epic BMX, thank you so much for that advice. I took some hubs off of a Dyno 24-inch GT hub and put it onto some SE 29-inch hoops. Okay, I don't want to keep you in suspense very long. I'm going to go over these parts so you can see what we're going to be building in this video. This bike will be complete in this video and you're going to see it totally done. Hopefully we don't have any issues, and then we'll see it totally done and we'll go ride it out on the beach. Let's take a look at what we got. Now I've had this Haro 1B plate for some time now, and I've used it on another build. I have quite the collection of plates, and this plate kind of was the inspiration of this build. So I went with like a fire engine red for a bike, but we'll get to that in a minute. I wanted to use all GT parts, so I got GT 4-piece bars with the stamp on there, GT mallet style 1 1/8 stem. Got some black Amy grips with the donuts on there, thanks to Flight for the donuts. Tech 77 lever. I've had these pads for a little while, which is epic pads for this build, but then I bought the GT sprocket in a 36 tooth, that's an overdrive, and then I got the black GT Pro Series cranks, the GT platform pedals, and this is a fluted black seat post. This is not a GT seat clamp, but it is a double bolt, and I like those a lot. I just put the sticker on there. So I'm not trying to fake anyone out. That is not a GT seat post clamp. This is the new Velo seat with the lightning bolt in it. And this is temporarily going to be on the bike. I think I got a surprise coming later for that. And then we have an FSA headset. And I believe this is a Black Ops 19mm American bottom bracket. And now let's go over the bike a little bit. This is a Craig Turner 29-inch Z-frame, serial number 11, and I just got it back from powder coat where we went with like a fire engine red. So you can see some of the stuff on here. I got it in raw form. Craig Turner puts a plate on here that says CT. It's kind of like a Robinson. I kind of like that idea. And then I put my RADBMX Build shop sticker and a GT Made in USA sticker on there. You can see the serial number back here, number 11. All right, let me give you a little progress check on where we're at. So I'm not gonna bore you with all the building of this bike. I just wanna give you some updates along the way. So what we've done so far is got the FSA headset in place. I used a red and black spacer in there because I didn't have all black ones. I thought the red was kind of a cool touch. Got the GT mallet stem on there. And then you move back, I got the bottom bracket in. This is a 19mm sealed bearing bottom bracket, American bottom bracket. Got the seat post and seat post clamp on. So what we're gonna do next is go ahead and get the drive system on, which is the GT 36 tooth overdrive and these GT Pro Series cranks in black. And then we have the GT pedals. So that's where we're at so far. I'm gonna go ahead and put those on and we'll give you an update in a second. Okay, I think it's time to give you a little bit of an update. It is off of the bike stand and on the ground, which means this bike's got wheels, it's got bars. It's not fully put together, but let's take a look. So you can see we got the GT 4-piece bars, Tech 77 lever. It's looking really good. Let's get a view from back here. Of course, in the background you can see in contrast the CW Phase 1 lightning bolt and the Craig Turner lightning bolt are opposite of one another. So the top bar as it comes down is on top, then the one going down to the bottom bracket's on bottom. Whereas this is the opposite. The one coming from the head tube down is on bottom, then the one going to the bottom bracket is on top. So they are opposite. So a few minor changes and differences in the style of frames, but this bike's coming together really well. We got the GT mallet stem, the FSA headset, and the GT 4-piece bars on there. Next up are the grips. Got the Amy grips right here with the ODI plugs. And of course, it's never complete without the Flight donuts, GT dyno pads, and the Haro number plate. And then we're gonna throw on the Velo seat. So let's get those put on and then we will show you what it looks like. Pretty much complete. All right. Okay, real quick, now that we got the grips on, there's something I want to talk about. Details are important, so if you look, you can see the word Amy right there on top, and then all of these are nice and straight and not twisted. So when you put your grips on, just take the few extra moments to get them all lined up. My ODI bar end is nice and straight, it's not upside down or crooked. And the same is on the other side, so it's just important to try to get those little key details. So I don't know if you have a show bike or a rider, it doesn't really matter. Just little things like that that literally take a few seconds to make better will just give your bike that better aesthetic look. If you are into show bikes, these things count toward points. So make sure you have your stuff straight and not all crooked and stupid on your bars. It just shows that you take a little bit of time, effort, and pride in your work. Okay, I know you've seen the bike, but this video is not over yet. I have a surprise for you. So today, it's the next day. This is a multi-day video. But before I show you what the surprise is, I'm gonna need you to subscribe to this channel. Please just hit that button. It costs you absolutely nothing. It's gonna keep me going and making rad content for you. All right, waiting for you to hit the button. Thank you for hitting the button if you did. If you didn't, you're gonna have to get to it later. Here's what we're gonna do today. We are heading out to Gary Turner, GT himself. His son, Craig Turner, the builder of this bike, will be there. I'm gonna show him the bike. If he's okay with being on film, we'll get his reaction and maybe a little bonus. So we're gonna check out the shop over at GT, talk to Craig, and you're gonna be able to go along with me just like you're there. There. A decal doesn't go there, right? No, it goes on the lower part.
Yeah, you put the small one right there. Oh, there you go.
Cool, man. Thank you. Just adds a cool factor to the bike.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. I'm over at Gary Turner, Craig Turner BMX right now, Al's BMX, it's all in the same place. And I just want to say thank you, Craig. I'm glad you liked the bike. Thank you for signing it, and I look forward to our possible future endeavors that we talked about. If you guys want to see more things like this, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. But I think this is going to end this video. I hope you liked this build. Epic bikes, great people. So as always, stay rad.